Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of this book review on Chapters on Chats. Chapters on Chats is your one-stop shop and one-stop place for exploring the world of books. And yes, I am delighted and excited to be here again. I bring you, trust me, to always bring you something fantastic. Trust me to always bring you something really interesting, something to, inspire you. That's why we're here, to inspire each other. You can't do this life alone, I promise you. So yes, I'm one of your, supports in doing this life. So yes, I'm excited to be here again, and I bring you something very, very interesting. On today's book review, I have a very fantastic book. Something you would love to read and something you would love to try. And yes, your guess is as good as mine. And today I bring you Atomic Habits by James Clear. Yes, this book is the book on habits. So what are habits? Habits are, those things you do repeatedly that becomes a routine. Small things, big things, you do them repeatedly and then they become a part of you. In fact, they become autopilot. They become your default setting. So you just do them. They become, like all those automatic response to situations. Yes, so those are your habits. Yes, and we're reviewing this book. All right, so let's dive right into it. What are atomic habits? Okay, this book is an easy and proven way to build good habits and to break old ones. That is what James Clear said. Now, they are tiny changes, but they give you remarkable results. We all know that life is about results, man. Like, we don't want your plenty grammar, your plenty English. Just give us results, right? Everybody's looking for results. So this is one, good way to get good results for yourself. And James Clear said that people think that when you want to change your life, you need to think big or, bring up big ideas, big strategies. No, James Clear is giving us another way. He's saying that to build new habits, you don't have to have this massive plan. You don't have to think big. You don't have to start, racking your brain and trying to bring out a strategy for you to change your life. With small habits, honestly, your life can remarkably change. So this is what this book is about. It's about habits. Okay, so atomic means an extremely small amount of a thing. And habit means a routine or practice performed regularly. So that is what makes atomic habits. Small amounts of things that you practice or you perform regularly gives you atomic habits. I think that is why he came up with these things, saying that, okay, these things you want to see change in your life, right? Just take some tiny little changes. So it's because sometimes we're overwhelmed when we are faced with the fact that, I need to make a change. And then the change looks so big in our eyes that we are overwhelmed. No. James Clear is showing us the way. Say, no, you don't have to. Changes don't have to come in a big and massive way. However, changes can happen with small, practices and small things that you do, that can positively impact in your life. So what do we have in this book? So let's dive in. What is in the Atomic Habits? If I pick Atomic Habits today, what am I going to learn, right? Okay, so in Atomic Habits, you will see how your habits actually shape your identity. Yes, it has impact on, something as huge as who you are and your identity. And you're also going to learn how to build habits in 4 simple steps. So perhaps you're wondering, okay, I want to build a new habit. How do I do that? You're going to find out how. So this book has how, right? And you're also going to learn the secret to self-control. All in this book, Secret to Self-Control. you're going to find in this book. You're going to find how to make habits irresistible. You're going to also find out the role of family and friends in shaping your habits. What role do your friends play? What role do your family play in shaping your habits? And you're also going to learn how to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. We all know that we have bad habits. We have good habits, we have bad habits. So, yes, we're going to learn how to, build good habits. And then what are you going to learn if you poke this? There's something really huge in this book, and it is how to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. So what does that mean? A lot of us procrastinate, and I am sitting here and I'm telling you that I do procrastinate. My life is not perfect, I promise you. I'm not here, just telling you, oh, because my life is perfect. Oh, no, my life is not perfect. I struggle with procrastination as well. I'm telling you, I struggle with procrastination. So I can tell you that this book has helped me. When I think of doing something and I'm beginning to overthink it, the 2-minute rule says, as you think it, just do it. If you give it a bit of a chance, you will just be overwhelmed by your thoughts. This, that. So procrastination is one of the things that really stop us, in progressing in life, in achieving our goals, whether it's the business you want to do, whether it's a new habit you want to build, whether it's a new friendship you want to form, whatever it is, whether it's the new course you want to take, procrastination actually stops us. I struggle with it sometimes. I tell you, I do struggle with it sometimes. So I tell you, this book will help you navigate procrastination if procrastination is one of the things that you struggle with. And then in this book, you also learn how to make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible, right? You're going to learn the cardinal rule of behavior change, how to stick with good habits every day. So that whatever you're learning is not just a momentarily stuff, so you learn some habits today and tomorrow it's out the window. So this is going to help you build for life. And and so much more. So I just want to take maybe a chapter so that you can see what I'm telling you, right? And what I'm going to read for you here is why small habits make a big difference. Why do small habits make a big difference? It is so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and estimate the value of making all small improvements on a daily basis. Too often, we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. That's not true. Whether it's in losing weight, building a business, writing a book, winning a championship, or achieving any other goal, we put pressure on ourselves to make some earth-shattering improvements that everyone will talk about. We look forward to do something big, something massive, something great. And then we get stuck in procrastination. We get stuck in analyzing. So there's this thing called analysis paralysis. You just get stuck there. You're not moving forward. You're not moving backward. You're just there, right? Over analyzing things just makes you or gets you to that point where you're paralyzed and you don't even know what to do. So meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable. Sometimes it isn't even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astonishing. Here's how the maths work out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. If you get 1% worse each day, by 1 year, you decline nearly down to 0. What starts a small win or a minor setback accumulates into something much more. Yeah, so that's it. The power of atomic habits. Habits are a compound interest of self-worth improvement. The same way that money multiplies through compound interest. The effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. They seem to make little difference on any given day, and yet the impact they deliver over the month and the years can be enormous. It is only when looking back 2, 5, or perhaps 10 years later that the value of good habits and the cost of bad ones become strikingly apparent. These can be difficult concepts to appreciate in daily life. We often dismiss small changes because they don't seem to matter very much in that moment. If you save a little money now, you are still not a millionaire. If you go to the gym 3 days in a row, you're still out of shape. If you study Mandarin for an hour tonight, you still haven't learned the language. You make a few changes, but the result never seems to come quickly, and so you slide back into your previous routines. Unfortunately, the slow pace of transformation also makes it easy to let a bad habit slide. If you work late tonight and ignore your family, they will forgive you. If you procrastinate and put your project off until tomorrow, there will usually be time to finish later. A single decision is easy to dismiss. But when we repeat 1% error day after day by replicating poor decisions, duplicating tiny mistakes, and rationalizing little excuses, our small choices compound into toxic results. It's the accumulation of many missteps. It is the accumulation of many missteps. A 1% decline here and there that eventually leads to a problem. The impact created by a change in your habit is similar to the effect of shifting the routine of an airplane by just a few degrees. Imagine you're flying from Los Angeles to New York City. If a pilot leaving from LA adjusts the heading just 3.5 degrees south, you will land in Washington, D.C. instead of New York. You see? A small change is barely noticeable, right? At takeoff, the nose of the airplane moves just a few feet, but when magnified across the entire United States, you end up hundreds of miles apart. Similarly, a slight change in your daily habits can guide your life to a very different destination. Making a choice that is 1% better or 1% worse seems insignificant in the moment, but over a span of moments, they make up a lifetime. These choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. Success is a product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformation. So you can see that this book has a lot you can glean from and a lot you can learn from your habits, to achieving the goals that you set for yourself. So yes, Atomic Habits is one book everyone should consider reading. It's a good book. It will change your life. It will help you build new habits. All right, so with this, we have come to the end of the book review for this week. I hope that you really find this book, Atomic Habits, and read it. You know that you need to do something about some of the habits that you have, right? So I bring you the manual that will help you in building better habits, Yeah, so until I come your way again next time on the next edition, stay safe and be good and build good habits. Atomic habits. Remember that the habits don't have to be big. Just start with atomic habits. All right, you thank me later. I know you will. Cheers.